Shalom v'tizkur l'shnim rabot. I've been getting a lot of feedback after my first video a few weeks ago about the upcoming election in the United States. And a lot of people are telling me, yes, I love President Trump, but not enough people are telling me I'm going to vote for President Trump. And this is a problem. Why is it a problem? Because our Torah tells us, Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa. It's one of the mitzvot of the Torah. Do not stand by while your brother's blood is being spilled. We know as Jews that in the last year, more Jewish blood has been spilled than at any time since the Holocaust. And we have an obligation to stand up and help our brothers. We know, as I said previously, that President Trump was one of the greatest friends of Israel and the state of Israel. In his time, he had Iran to its knees. There was no money for terrorism. There was no money for Hamas. There was no money for Hezbollah and all these terrorist groups. But because the Democratic Party does not know the difference between a friend and an enemy, so all these terrorist organizations have popped their heads up, and we've seen the rise of anti-Semitism both in America and around the world. So we as Jews have an obligation to fulfill this important mitzvah, Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa, by coming on November 5th or before and voting for President Trump, who will stand always with the state of Israel, who will always stand with the Jewish people, as he showed in his previous term. Another reason people are saying, I don't want to vote, is because I don't have time, I don't want to get involved in Judy. So to those people, I say what the Gemara says in Sanhedrin about Tzidkiyahu. It says, Vayaz hara be'enei Hashem. And he did bad in the eyes of Hashem. The Gemara says, why? Because he refused to protest. He refused to speak out. We as Jews, we see all the evils. We see that the Democratic Party today stands against everything which we hold to be valuable. It is the antithesis of the Jewish values that we have, which were the values that this country, America, was actually founded on. So we have an obligation to get out there and protest this. It's not enough just to vote for President Trump. We're also protesting the people that wage war against God and against the Jewish people, which are the people of God. And therefore, it is incumbent on every person to get out and vote, to fulfill these important mitzvah, Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa, to not do bad in the eyes of Hashem. And we know that our sages say, and the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, that someone who saves one Jew is as if he saved the whole world. And if many people remember, there was a Jew who was laying in prison for a petty crime, Shalom Moshe Rubashkin. He got 27 years for a very petty crime. And it was President Trump that stood up and saved him and took him out of prison before his sentence ended. So you see, anyone who voted for President Trump in 2016, he has a part in this mitzvah, to save one Jew. And if you save one Jew, it's like you saved the whole world. And this is just one example. It's not just one Jew, it's many Jews. It's the whole state of Israel that a person is going to have a hand in either helping or supporting them or going against them. And you might say, I live in California, I live in New York. What chance do we have? As Jewish people, we don't go with odds. Our very existence is against the odds. Rabbi Nachman says, Ein Yeush Ba'olam. Whether you're in Flatbush, Williamsburg, Beverly Hills, Miami, or Texas, if the Jewish people come out, we can win this election. We can bring this country back to the values which it was founded on, which is Jewish values. And therefore, we must all get out and elect President Trump as President of the United States. If Ronald Reagan was able to win California, President Trump can do it again. Here's my blessing to you. Be'ezrat Hashem, b'yachad nenatzech. If we all come together, I'm sure that on November 5th, President Trump will be re-elected as President of the United States for the benefit of the Jewish people in America, for the benefit of all Americans, for the benefit of Israel, and for the benefit of the entire world. Thank you, and to school l'shnim rabot.